Good and Welfare, where you can come up and speak for any topic that you would like. Any hands? Ma'am?
Hello, my name is Linda DiCarlo Burns. And I just recently today read the ordinance for, what is it called here? 25-2018. Teaneck to act as a redevelopment entity. I can appreciate wanting to be more attractive to developers by eliminating some of the bureaucracy, but I don't see anything in that ordinance that addresses the potential for conflicts of interest. And I really think that that's something that you need to take into consideration if you're going to go forward with something as far-reaching as this particular ordinance.
Thank you. Steve Savitz, 1300 Alicia Avenue, co-president of the East that. The other part of what Linda was getting at with this concept of, conflict of interest, I would encourage those new members on the council who don't have real estate holdings to ask a lot of serious questions. What does it mean when you have all this responsibility for development? What does it mean when you have council members voting on this development, which could impact the value of their real estate, the value of their properties, other impact on their personal business life? That seems to be an obvious question. And also would have
Island. The other thing I want to talk about is the Redevelopment Agency. I think that I have serious concerns about it. I think it is a concentration of great power in few hands, especially I'm concerned about the removal of checks and balances, although I need to learn more. I'm concerned about what happens with variances and public input to the process. And I have serious concerns about potential conflicts of interest and how they would be brought to
Denise Belcher, 39 Bogart Street in Teaneck. And I'm also a entrepreneur here in town, 703 Cedar Lane. And I also sit on a planning board. I was unable to attend the workshop that was held by the council. And a few residents, I believe there were less than 10 residents that were present when the discussion of the redevelopment ordinance was proposed. I'm pretty much familiar with some towns that have had adverse problems when it comes to redevelopment organizations because of the far-reaching abilities that these redevelopment organizations potentially can have. And I think if we're thinking about something as potentially large as this, we really kind of need to entertain more people at the table.
I feel that redevelopment can be a very effective tool, and so that does not frighten me in any way. I did wonder why the council chose to consider itself as the redevelopment agency. I'm open to finding out why. When in the 1970s, when the redevelopment agency was appointed, there's a lot of talent in Teaneck, and there were very fine people who'd had experience in business and land use who were appointed to the redevelopment agency. As time went on, the appointments became a little bit more political, if you know what I mean. But you may want to, if people are concerned about a concentration of power, you may want to consider that approach so that there will be somebody else to be making recommendations for you to consider, because I know how busy your agendas are, and so I wonder if it's even realistic for you to take this on. But as an approach, I think that redevelopment can be very effective.
Anyone else? Dr. Powers?
The single largest change that this township has considered, to go to a redevelopment agency that defines the entire township as being an entity, 6.2 square miles, as being in need of redevelopment, and then to assign the council itself to make the decisions, including decisions about even providing capital to the developers it chooses to carry out a development plan for which it is almost solely responsible for generating and approving.